I started in the church, Christianity, apostolic, the traditional black life where every Sunday you got to wake up and go to church, spend 14 hours at church from 9 in the morning till 11 at night. When I look at it now, I don't know how I was able to adapt. I believe I was born skeptic, born to question everything. I just can't believe things just because someone says it. You know, I need to question and find facts and logic. Connect the dots. At the same time, I believed in Christianity. I believed what my church was telling me because it was all I knew. I felt every other person who didn't believe what I believed were scary, they were wrong, they will be going to hell. This was when I was a kid, when I wasn't conscious, righteous. Well, when I was in church, I questioned to myself, just to myself only, about the Bible and God and about history. None of it made sense. The church didn't teach history or black history or geography or etc. It was just Bible story, and that's it. As a kid, I could never digest what the preacher was saying. I never understood it. Just yelling and storming around and people yelling. I just couldn't get it. Anyways, I questioned dinosaurs, the dinosaur period, the Egyptian period, ancient Greece, medieval times, all that stuff were taught in school. It just didn't add up to what the Bible was teaching. My church didn't teach about history or what was going on in the world today or in the modern past. There was no black awareness. I didn't know who I was as a black melanated man. Fast forward to being a teenager, where I could comprehend more and had the internet to do my own research. I did my bias research to why there is no God and why Christianity was, how I say, like BS. Then I became an atheist or an agnostic. As an atheist, I was vile. I didn't want anything with religion near me. I looked at religious people as nutcases. I did insult them and I blamed them for everything that happens in the world. I denied gods, and spirits. Later on, though, growing up, I did more research. I was always doing research, but I did more research, always wanting to learn more of what's going on in this world. More broad research, more expanded research. I experienced a lot of things. I experienced a lot of things going on. Social anxiety, school, basketball. There was so much going on in my life. And once I discovered the truth, I returned back to Christianity mainly because of fear. Because I was scared. But once I unraveled the truth, I was scared. I was scared. I don't think it was a good reason to go back, but I was scared so much that I had to run back to Christianity. I had to run back to Christianity, run back to my old church because that was the only place I knew. I spent a year and a half being a consistent member. The church and its members just didn't make me feel pleasant. They weren't bad people, but it was just, it's not a case of fitting in. It's just sometimes you can feel an energy, and I felt an energy that just didn't help me. It just could not help me. My old church, it's an old school church, over 50 years old. And in 2016, back in 2012, but 2016, they're still doing the exact same things they were doing 20 years ago. The same old schedule what they did 20 years ago is what they're still doing today. For me personally, I was kind of ashamed that there was no change and that no one wanted to step up. Many of the members and the programs were just too inconsistent. It's inconsistent. One day they'd go on a trip, they'll say they're going on another trip, then they don't do it again, and then the youth just couldn't stay in the church because of so much inconsistency. Just because being so old school, it doesn't work on the new generation. I believe that the church has to stay and it has to evolve with time. It has to evolve with the times. at the same time, that doesn't mean they have to be secular. They don't have to bring hip hop into the church. They don't have to bring all this clothing into the church. You don't have to do that. All I'm saying is, I just mean churches, especially my old church, they need to evolve. They need to evolve. I'm not talking about the evolution of all. I'm talking about change, evolve, to grow,